Where's that Mercer sphere? It seems to surround this area. Is that my imagination, or is it above me, maybe? Again? There was that one that was at the top of a tree. But see, I seem to be passing over it. Or under it. But if I'm passing under it, then there's no... boy. I think I know what this is. Yeah, there's probably like a cave there. And I can't quite get to... I can't get to the Mercer sphere because it's on a different level. Like, I'd have to go under where I picked up that reading. And I have no idea how I'm supposed to get there. Alright. I've been having a lot of problems with this, Wait a tick. Okay, not expecting that. I was expecting it to be halfway full. Well, not 2/3 full, but you know what? Actually, no, come to think of it, I was expecting it to be 2/3 full, because I figured I need so many aluminum casings that maybe I'll need them in mass quantities. What's the problem with the water this time? Is it still too much or is it too little this time? It's still too much. I fiddled with the water extractors. They are only operating at 75% capacity now. There's a happy medium here. But honestly, I thought it was... Okay, fine, make that 60 a minute. For both of them. It's got to be a multiple of 60, right? It's not like I did anything with that one refinery where it's suddenly putting out like more than it should be. I couldn't have overclocked it. Back up. Flush it a second time. Alright, fine. So I've had my fill of this. It's not the enemies, it's the machines not behaving as they should. Speaking of machines, I'm going to take these casings back home and throw together, well, I guess I'll use that one out in the field to manufacture the, I think they're radio transmitters. I'm not sure I'll use the Summers loop for it, though. Although... it has its production output doubled, and maybe I ought to take advantage of that. Okay, so I was using this to make computers, but it looks like I ran out of rubber. So I'm going to use it to make radio control units. Let's take crystal oscillators, aluminum casings, and computers. But since I'm using the Summers loop for it, I can afford to be very clever here. I'm not exactly sure which one of these correlates with which input. Maybe it's smart enough to figure it out on its own. I don't know. Not so sure I need all this speed. But doubling the production output is, well, good enough for me. Wait, how long is it going to take? It's like 5 a minute, that's like 10 minutes. Is it time to do a few things like, okay, I didn't fight any stingers. I didn't pick up the remains of that one spitter, but I did shoot down a couple of hogs and some hatchers. What am I missing here? Oh wait, it's because I have berries in my hand. Okay, now I have 13 of these. Is that enough for the next step in dimensional storage capacity? It is, okay. Just take some fluctuators. There we are. Dimensional expansion increased to 400%. Parts can now be stored as elementary particles in a hyperdense deconfined state. Normally I'd explain the basic science, but I don't think this one can be simplified enough for you to understand. We composed a growth song, but you composed a shrink song, so we remained silent. The dance of your bones and organs and veins amuses us. I understand. Seeing the pioneer perform tasks also amuses me. Well, gee, but I can't help but think that amuses me is a euphemism. Look, if you're going to make fun of me, I'm going to make fun of you right back. So, you have that to contend with. Okay, so now I can store 4 stacks. And I am going to need another 100 shards, power shards, for a totally different upgrade. Interesting. I was going to go up here for the power slugs, but there's a Mercer sphere somewhere here too. Problem is I'm way up high over like way up over this big crevasse. It's probably all the way up where in the Red Forest area. I noticed a couple of things as I passed by. These guys are back again. Let's try and climb this then. What the? Top of this thing. There we go. Alright. It's a little too steep for them. And there's a power slug here. I can hear it. I suppose if I fall, I can just let myself drop and then pad the landing. I doubt my ability to climb these things. Why do I hear spiders? I don't see them. So I don't really remember how I got up here the first time. I might have just used platforms. Do I want to do that again? Tell you what, I'll go take the hypertube system up there. Although I can't exactly get off in the middle of it, can I? And if I do, if we go to the ends, then that's like right back where I started looking for Mercer spheres in the first place. There's one thing I ought to do while I'm here, though, and that's to... First I gotta find where the drill head is. Ah, here it is. Actually, I ought to check the power first, just in case. Is there an available... Ah, yeah, here we go. An available power pole. Interesting. Maybe that means I'm finished with the... radio controllers. This thing will eventually shut down of its own accord when the storage fills up. Okay. That's getting annoying. So, how's this then? One computer out of 2. Wait a second. Oh, I see. The computers need to be there in multiples of 2. So just put this one here, and it... Either that, or maybe it left one in there. I don't know. I thought I'd need more of these aluminum casings. Maybe I'll just stash them. Just in case I need them again. Actually, speaking of stashing them, now that I got more storage space, I don't have to stash them, I'll just deposit them. Oh, snap. Yeah, this thing puts them out 4 at a time, and 50 doesn't divide into 4, and that's what was wrong there. Still, if nothing else, I can sink the remainder. So, a milestone. Aeronautical engineering. Wait a minute. There we go. And blast off. Milestone reached. Drones provide automated low-capacity aerial transport between drone stations. Stations need to be supplied with any kind of fuel for the drones to function. Fixit had several restrictions in place prohibiting creative use of drones. I have since removed those, because I think no pioneer would ever misuse Fixit property right under their noses, especially since everything is recorded. Okay. There. So this should be under transport. I have a drone port and a drone. 9 inventory slots. I knew there'd be a restriction of some kind. And you can only build a drone on a drone port. So 9 inventory slots. That's... well, not much. It's like a little over a third the capacity of a regular box. On the other side of that, though, it could be useful in, like shipping plastic over to, I guess it depends on how long the flight takes. And, well, how much of a material is used. But yeah, let me just sock the rest of these away. Now, I might need a factory for those radio controllers as well. Well, maybe not, but maybe not a whole factory, but I will need radio controllers. Now let's see, a drone port needs 10. I need 2 of them, at least. I'm just gonna make take like X amount of them and see how that does. The amount of radio controllers, let's see. Two computers, that's 7 times 2 is 14. I found the rest of them in there. 26 times 2 is 52. Okay, yeah. It'll make 52 radio controllers. Speaking of computers, I wonder how many I have right now. Let me go check. I know I have a lot of heavy modular frames, but computers, well, the ones I make in this factory, see, I've only got 5 of them. That's because they use a lot of plastic. If anywhere near needs a drone port, it's here. So I guess I'll have to put one of them here and the other one in way at Freighter Lake. Then they can ship plastic back and forth. And that way I'll at least have a sort of steady stream of computers. I just don't know how big the footprint will be for that drone port. Then there's the fuel. What should I use for fuel? There's coal around here, but there isn't any that's all that near here. And the range of this radar doesn't reach all the way to yeah, to where the oil is, which is way out there. Then again, that's a possibility. I could use fuel.